If you want to know 5 serious side effects of hair transplant, then this video is for you. If you are planning your hair transplant and are scared about the side effects of hair transplant, or if you have read or seen a video describing these side effects in a patient and you are scared about hair transplant and still you want to go for that, but you are worried about the side effects and you want to know how to avoid these side effects, how to minimize the chances of any side effects in hair transplant, how can your hair transplant be a safe surgery for you, then please keep watching the video till the end, because in this video we are going to discuss these side effects in detail from a specialist point of view. My friends, I am Dr. Satya Saraswat, a gold medalist plastic surgeon doing hair transplant since 2006 and have trained around 90 to 100 doctors in the field of hair transplant in last 8 years. Please subscribe to our channel to keep on watching such important and useful videos. Although hair transplant has some minor side effects like swelling, itching, some numbness and some pain for some time in the donor and recipient side, but the first major side effect we are going to talk about is bleeding. So the bleeding can happen because of many reasons. The primary one of them is if you have a bleeding tendency itself. So people have different bleeding and clotting times, and this can be easily assessed by doing investigations like bleeding time, clotting time, or APTT, active partial thromboplastin time. If you are on blood thinners because of any cardiac procedure like a thrombus or a minor heart attack or angioplasty or stenting or things like that, there are various things after which you can be on a blood thinner. And if you are planning your hair transplant, then ideally your prothrombin time should also be done. If your prothrombin time is on the higher side, that means your chances of bleeding are on the higher side itself. So do discuss with the treating doctor whether you are fit to undergo a surgery or not. Sometimes excessive bleeding is seen, especially in people who are very anxious and in people who have higher blood pressure during the procedure. So if you have any of those, if you have a high blood pressure, please disclose this information to your hair transplant doctor beforehand so that he can optimize your blood pressure before actually starting a hair transplant. If you are on some specific antihypertensive or blood pressure controlling medicines which are very non-selective, sort of an older medicines like non-selective beta blockers, and during the procedure if adrenaline is given, it is given to minimize the bleeding. If it is given, then there are chances that your blood pressure can go very high. It can cross the safe limits and can cross 180 by 120 millimeter of mercury. This is a state which is known as hypertensive crisis, which means that it has to be addressed immediately, otherwise it can really cause some serious side effects inside your body and can damage the organs also. So if you have a high blood pressure, please disclose this, please get a clearance with your doctor, and if you are relaxed during the procedure, the chances of bleeding are still on the lesser side. So this is one important side effect which can easily be taken care of beforehand if you are very transparent with the doctor and the doctor themselves know how to deal with this and how to screen out this problem. Do like this video and then we will discuss the next point. Now coming to the second side effect, which is a major side effect, that is infection. Infection means that there are some bacteria or fungus or other kind of infection at your recipient or your donor side. This typically happens in a clinic which is not taking care in trying to sterilize the entire operation theater and the instruments which are being used for the procedure. If the facility is not clean, ideally every facility should be fumigated daily, especially one before the procedure itself. One day prior to that or in the day of the morning, it should be sterilized. In a good facility, routinely some cultures are being done to see if there are any microorganisms in that operation theater. So a poorly sterilized or sanitized facility can give you infection. If you are diabetic, then there are again chances of you having an infection, because in diabetes the power to fight with the microorganisms, the resistance to these infective organisms can be lower, and in these kind of cases, after discussing with your doctor and as per their policy, you can start with an antibiotic even before starting the procedure so that the chances of infection are minimized. There have been some disastrous cases of necrotizing fasciitis, which is a very fastly spreading infection of the skin which can very quickly in a matter of hours or days affect very nearby important organs. So this is again a very important or a very major serious side effect which can happen in hair transplant, especially if few of the informations from your side are not told to the doctor, or if the facility is not taking care about properly sterilizing all the equipments, instruments and the facility itself. If you want to know more about hair transplant and the ideal situations in which it should be done, or you are planning your hair transplant, please mention in the comment section below and we will try to help you out. Now coming to the third very important or major side effect, that is skin necrosis. So what does the skin necrosis means? It means that the small portions of skin can get dead. They may become black. And why does it happen? This happens because the blood supply of that part of the skin is affected and jeopardized. So if the blood supply is poor in that particular area, this can lead to higher chances of skin necrosis, especially in conditions like a smoker, chronic smoker, a diabetic person, hypertensive person. All those conditions which can affect the blood circulation in a patient can cause skin necrosis, especially if you want a very high density hair transplant. So if you're a diabetic, a smoker, or drinker, then you always discuss this with the patient. If your diabetes is not under control, try to get it under control. And friends, there is a limit to what a hair transplant can deliver. There is a limit to the density which can be achieved. If you try to have a very high density transplant, means that a lot of slit making has to be done to insert the grafts. Whenever we make a slit, we are sort of interrupting the blood supply in that particular small area. So higher density sometimes means complete cessation of the blood flow and the oxygen in that area, and this can lead to skin necrosis. So there should be a balance in the density and the blood supply of that area to minimize the chances of skin necrosis, which can lead to poor or no growth in a small localized area in your hair transplant. Please call us if you want to know more about hair transplant on the numbers given below. Coming to the fourth important major side effect in hair transplant is drug overdose. So what does a drug overdose means? Every drug which is given to you has to be calculated beforehand as per your body weight. In a good clinic, the staff or the doctor will always ask you your weight, and then they will calculate accordingly the safe limits of the dose which are given, especially the anesthetic agents. So basically there are two anesthetic agents, lignocaine and bupivacaine, a shorter acting and long acting, and generally a combination of a short and long acting local anesthesia drug is given to numb the area in which the hair transplant is being done. So there is a safe limit of around 4.5 milligram per kg body weight of lignocaine if no adrenaline is used or epinephrine is used, and 7 milligram per kg if epinephrine is used. Similarly, there is a safe limit for bupivacaine. So all these things have to be discussed in detail by your treating team before actually giving you the local anesthetic. If you have a drug overdose, there are some early signs that initially there can be some perioral, like around your lips, there can be some tingling or numbness. These are very early indicators of your bound to happen kind of toxicity. So be very cautious. Most of the time patients are sedated, they can't really make out what is happening. If the drug overdose is on the very higher side, then it can lead to some disastrous consequences as well. So friends, please discuss this with your treating doctor or treating clinic. If you want to know whether the hair transplant is a safe procedure or not, please watch the video on the link given above. Now coming to the last but most important major side effect or complication which can happen in hair transplant is the death. And unfortunately, there have been multiple deaths reported from various places in last 8 or 9 years, and whenever we read such a complication, it is very, very painful for us to read. These things, although they can very rarely happen, no procedure is always 100% safe, and any medicine can cause some reaction. Mostly this is due to reaction or drug overdose or things like that. But in a good clinic, they will do a sensitivity test before injecting the full dose of the local anesthetic. So if these things are not done, then they can lead to serious hypersensitivity or allergy reaction in a particular patient, and this can lead to disastrous consequences like death, or if there is some disastrous infection or a drug overdose. So these can lead to some of these very dangerous side effects which you're talking about, especially the death. So hair transplant, my friend, I want to say it is a very, very rewarding surgery and it gives very good results, but please never take any procedure very lightly, and even your doctor or your clinic should be totally involved in your treatment, and they should be taking all the necessary precaution to prevent such kind of unforeseen or untoward complications which can create a lot of fear factor amongst the patient who are going for a hair transplant. If you found this information useful, we request you to share this important video with anybody you know who is planning to undergo a hair transplant surgery. If you want to know why the hair transplant failed, please click the video on the left, and if you want to know the results or want to see the results of any of our patients of hair transplant, please click the video on the right.